That title race between Manchester City and Liverpool.
Amazing.
Where they went toe to toe. And it was 1 point between them, and it was you win, we win, you win, we win, and it just kept going.
Entertainment.
It was elite. We'll probably never see anything like that.
When you think about it as well, like when you talk about managers in the last 20 years, Pep, Mourinho, Klopp, most influential managers in the last 20 years in the Premier League, that's actually means something to the league itself, not just to their fans, their respective fans, but to the league. And Klopp's, Mourinho and Pep definitely cut above the rest.
Oh, mate, listen, Pep, regardless of your football allegiance, everybody can see that.
Got to respect it.
Jurgen Klopp has absolutely added to the Premier League. Whether you like him or you don't like him, he's absolutely added to the Premier League. And his footballing side have made the top of the title races competitive for a large percentage of his time here. No doubt about that. Dean's a Liverpool fan. Dean, how are you, mate?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you guys?
Yeah, good, man.
How are you, mate?
What do you want to say, Dino?
It's news we got this morning. It feels like when you get information about a family member or a pet that got so long to live, it's just like, it's a shock there and then, but then you've got to appreciate the time that we've had, the time that we've got left, and then obviously we'll probably feel it more when it happens.
No, you're right. It's a big miss. It's going to be a big miss for you guys.
Hang on.
No.
Dino, mate. It's football, yeah? The geezer's still alive. I know that obviously it's a relationship to coming to an end, but he's obviously made the decision because I don't know, but he's not in the right headspace, or he's not. He needs to take care of his time for himself. But you've had a wonderful run, mate.
Oh, definitely. But these people that are, crying and we can't live on, we can't go on without him.
Is it a bit much?
Inevitable. It's going to happen.
Do you think that's a bit much? People crying?
No, because it's passion at the end of the day. But in my eyes, it's not really sunk in yet. Yeah, it's a shock today, but I don't think it'll hit till end of the season when it's actually happening.
Yeah, you're right.
How does next season look without him?
I think we've got players that can win games, so as long as we get the right manager, I can understand why Ange's been posted for a job, because he can put an arm around a player and is down to earth and is honest, like with the goalkeeper situation tonight.
So you like Ange then? Do you like his name put in the hat?
It's not a case that I like it. I can understand why he's in the running. I can understand why his name's being mentioned.
So who do you like then? What type of manager, or what manager that around the world right now is that you think you can lure to Liverpool?
I've definitely got an allegiance with Xabi, obviously because he's a class player and he's got a history there, but I can't say I've seen that much of his managerial career. I know obviously he's doing well with Leverkusen, but I don't want to follow him. But listen, anybody that can come in and win us games, like I said, the players have got to do their job, but I think we do need a manager because we've got a bit of a family where the players are now. They've all got roles and they all fight for position, but they all understand it, and there's no animosity in dressing room. Everyone's together. We just need a manager who can come in and help the players carry on as they were, rather than, say, a Mourinho. He could come in and he could destroy dressing room.
You got to get it, haven't they? Liverpool is a unique city, not just a football club, but it's a unique city. You've got to get it. You've got to get the people. You've got to get the heritage of the and I think someone like a Xabi Alonso, who's played for the city, played for the club, lived in the city, gets it, gets the people. I think that, listen, it's the obvious coming together, and you never know. It might go on to the next level, because the problem with Liverpool before Klopp is that you had this, and Manchester United are experiencing this. You have this disparity between boardroom, dugout, playing staff. Yeah, it was all over the place, and it was like that for a long period of time. Then they got the boardroom sorted. The boardroom managed to get Klopp in there. Klopp sorted the team out. They trusted him, and okay, you've got to sell lads to bring lads in and all this type of stuff. But over a period of 9 years, look what they ended up creating. That doesn't go away like that. You've built an identity. You've built a DNA. This is how Liverpool is now. This is what we look like now. So if you can bring someone in that kind of understands the heritage of Liverpool, i.e. a Xabi Alonso, who's obviously got good pedigree now as a manager, doing really well with Bayer Leverkusen, and they can fit in, bring in their own little sprinkle, add and build. And I keep referring back to the time when Shankly left and Bob Paisley came in. Bob Paisley was on the staff of Shankly. So he knew the DNA of the club. I know it's slightly different because Alonso's not on the staff of a Klopp. I get that. But you come in, you keep the same grounding because it's been built brilliantly for you. Mm-hmm. You add a little bit of extra sprinkles to it. Yeah. And who knows, man?
Still a working machine.
Who knows? It could go on to become even bigger.
What about this as well? And I don't know if this is disrespectful towards Stevie G, but him coming as a number 2 or one of the coaches and keeping that DNA running and having that connection.
As in a number 2 to Xabi Alonso, for example.
Yeah. What would that... And that strengthens that position up, doesn't it? It strengthens that, I don't know, just gives that feel of real Liverpool-ness, if that's a thing.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think Xabi Alonso, if listen, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Because Stevie G, listen, he hasn't set the world on fire with...
as a number one.
As a number one. And sometimes it takes time to be that number one, especially at a club like Liverpool. So if he was to come in like as a number 2 or something, and have a little bit of influence over the team and not be the head figure, it would be like someone like Xabi Alonso. Would he take that, or was it an ego thing? And then learn his trade whilst he's there, and then maybe after Xabi Alonso, then he takes over eventually.
I don't know. I know. I get what you're getting at.
Do you know where I'm coming from with that?
I completely.
Especially
for the younger
you're talking
players.
about the Bill Shankly thing, and then you're talking about the Paisley coming in because he was part of the staff, and then he went on to succeed anyway. Yeah, that's where I'm going with it. That's my trailer thought, but it might not be a popular idea.
It's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the summer and whether it is Xabi Alonso that I think the majority of fans are sold on that idea.
I'm reading something here actually. Someone's just texting. How about getting a combo in Carlo Ancelotti with Gerard as his number 2? Do you know what I mean? I've just read that out. It's just where my brain is going because I want to see Gerard back at Liverpool at some capacity. I want to see that. And if it's as a number 2, perfect. And then he can build his way back, and then maybe he could be a number 1 one day at Liverpool, and that would be a romance. You know what I mean?
Doesn't always work out like that.
Romance. It doesn't work out like that, but you'd like to think it does because Liverpool are one of those clubs that it's a pioneer for the English game. So you really want to see these type of teams always stay in a good way. You know, I know they didn't win the league in 30 years before they won it, but then when they did, it was kind of a relief for them and a relief for everybody else to say, okay, the old times are back. And that's what Klopp brings, and that's what all these fans feel. They feel that the old times are back, and now he wants to leave when he's building something. Like, that's how they're feeling right now, and I get it.
But he's put good foundations in there, so if someone can come in and take them foundations
But it's a lot of pressure on him as well, because he has to try and produce. He's the closest thing to going back to those glory days every year.